Welcome back to part 4 of renovating our backyard. If you've been following along, then you know that my husband and I live in this 1950s style house that came from the Sears catalog as a kit. And we've been renovating our backyard because my husband recently had to retire early due to vision loss. And we want to make our backyard into an oasis for him. And that means renovations. Our first part was this horrible fence that was literally falling down that we needed to have removed, and we replaced it with this beautiful 6-foot privacy fence. Part 2 was all about this big, beautiful shade tree. We loved this maple tree, but you can see from here it was very top heavy, and we actually lost some really big limbs, and it was just too dangerous to keep. So we had to have a crew come out and remove this tree. And even though we hated to see it go, there was a time our insurance company wouldn't even insure our roof because of this tree. After we had that tree done, part 3 brought us to this big hole in the wall that we filled up with a brand new patio door. Now, I know this is a backyard renovation, but in order to get to the backyard, we need a door. Here are some before videos of our dining room. We just had double windows that leads right into our kitchen, and then here's another view coming from the kitchen. This was a nice, bright room. Everything was very tasteful. We actually really like this room. But we needed a way to get to the backyard. Currently, you have to go into our garage and then out the back garage door to get out there. And since my husband has vision loss, we really wanted something that was a lot more accommodating. So we made these 2 windows into this nice big patio door. And look at how it brightened up the room. We also got a few little new decor items and some new shelving. That little white corner cabinet was just a perfect addition. Here's another view coming from the kitchen. You can see this just made the world of difference. Even though this part was the inside of the house, it's been my favorite so far. Now let's take a look out this door. This is where we left off last week. Our little kitties are absolutely loving this patio door. They can hear all the sounds of the birds and get that nice fresh air. They absolutely love it. So let's take a peek in the backyard. This is where we left you off last week. Still the same old backyard. And this isn't quite as exciting, but this was needed. Here's the back of our house, and I'm going to give you a closer view. Look at this roof. It's not falling down like the fence, but it's in pretty bad shape. And even look at this chimney. There were 22 bricks that needed to be replaced, so we ended up replacing the whole chimney. And it was a messy, messy job. But after the chimney was replaced, then the roof was replaced. And look at how nice it is now. So it's not the most spectacular thing on our backyard renovation, but it was needed and it looks great. So we're super happy to have those 2 things behind us. And here is a view of the patio door from the outside. So along with this, we did a few little touches in the backyard. We did these ourselves. We did some landscaping. Here's some hydrangeas. They're kind of have last year's deadheads on them and really need to be cleaned up. Here's the back side of the fence. We have some nice plants back there, but it was really kind of a mess. I planted this redbud tree in place of that maple, and it looked beautiful this spring. It's already starting to get leaves on it. And now my husband bought me this wood ring for our fire pit area. And here is my son chopping up all this wood. Thankfully, this guy is a beast. He is so strong. So thankfully he was able to split up some of that wood that came off of our maple tree when it fell. And look at this, even when it would get stuck, he just lifts the whole thing. He's so strong. So we put all of that wood in this nice little wood ring, and that'll last us for lots of bonfires this summer and fall. And then we just really spruced up the back of this with some mulch and pulled the weeds and really got it to look very beautiful with some little decorations. Our pear tree looks great this year, lots of buds on it, so we're hoping for lots of pears. And then that hydrangea area also, we pulled off all those deadheads and just spruced it up. It's looking really nice. So here's where we're gonna leave you this week. This is what the little backyard oasis makeover is looking like. There are huge changes coming this week. We can't wait to show you, so come back for part 5.